You didn't work 10 years to build 6 figures of home equity just to accidentally spend it on gas, groceries, or flights using a credit card. That's exactly what some of these app-based HELOCs are doing. They give you this nice looking credit card, but it's tied to your home. They make you feel like you're earning rewards by using the credit card. But behind the scenes, you're racking up fees that chip away at your financial safety net. Some of these platforms charge up to 2.5% every time you pull out cash. If you ask me, that's not really flexibility. That's not what a HELOC was designed for. In this episode, we're gonna break down what these credit card HELOCs don't really tell you, why they can be dangerous from a long-term financial health perspective, and what a real strategy-based HELOC should look like if you want to use your equity wisely. Because when it comes to 6-figure home value, convenience and fast doesn't always mean smart. Hi, welcome to The Clear Close. We're the mortgage experts to help you get clear to close on your next mortgage or your next HELOC. And today, Jason, we're talking about these digital HELOC companies that are advertising convenience and speed and low fees because they're all automated and they're so convenient that they even give you this little credit card to do all your shopping on, and it's tied to your home equity.
Sounds like a recipe for disaster.
We could talk about the pros, right? Like we've done some research on these type of platforms, but they advertise, super easy to go through the process of getting qualified. As long as you meet the minimum qualifications, you can get approved very, very quickly. Sounds familiar to our HELOC that we do.
Kinda. Not the
Kinda.
same.
Same, but different.
Definitely not the same.
What is the thing that we've uncovered when we did our research on these platforms? Like, what is the hidden fees that they don't talk about?
The HELOC is primarily a tool where you can access your home equity in what's called draws. So when you want to do a draw with this HELOC, right, that one, they charge you a fee every time you make a draw. Not to mention they charge you the initial fee on your first draw when you first start the card. So it's like, wait, every time I need 10 grand, I have to pay an origination fee again, basically, over and over and
Basically,
over. And it's like
yeah.
you pay it back, and then you draw on it again, and you got another. You're redoing the loan how many times if you need it, right? Like
Right.
imagine
At
if you
that
took
point, why
100
even
grand
have a
down.
line of credit? You just take the whole thing and you save money actually that way.
Do you? Because you're paying interest on it too, and if you're not deploying the
Oh, they get you
capital,
both ways. Yeah,
they
that's
get you
right.
no
Yeah.
matter what. So it's
They
like,
get you both ways. Yep.
but the advertisement looks so good. Like, hey, use it like a credit card, earn cash back every time you swipe it at the gas stations. Why are you swiping your home equity at the gas station?
Why? Why? Why?
Why are you swiping it to eat food? I don't understand this. Like, it sounds good, but it's like when you really uncover it, like if you're trying to use this as an investment tool for like a rehab project on your home or a rental property, like I need to pay my contractors 10K. I need to draw 10K. Swoop, there goes 2.5%. All that
Yeah.
2.5% every time
Two and a half
you
percent
request a
just
draw.
every time. Boom, boom, boom,
Every
boom.
time. It's like, and then you pay it back and you do 2.5% again. And the next one, it's like, that's
And
absolutely
then you're
insane.
paying interest after you've used that money.
Correct. And then it's like you paid it all back 3 months later, but okay, now you're on to the next project and you do the same things, draw 100 grand from it, 2.5% gone. That's nuts. Who does that?
Let's think about this. You're putting your biggest asset on the line, which is your house, and you're tying it to a credit card.
So basically what this credit card slash HELOC home equity access tool, it doesn't enable you to make like the smart decision, right? For renovating like a property, creating equity and value on your rental property or portfolio or your primary home, right? Pay down debt, make smart investment moves for like your business or other portfolio items you're working on, right? A good HELOC won't restrict you from that because if you have a platform like this card does, where it charges you per large capital, like injections you need to make into your investment or your projects, that's highly restrictive. You're going to second guess everything because you're like, oh my God, I have to pay 2.5% every time I use 100 grand. I'm spending it's costing me $2,500 plus the interest on those payments to make this project pencil out. Like those $2,500, like over time is not It's you do that 10 times in a year, it's 25 grand. That's not in your pocket because it costs you that much to utilize those funds. And then you have the flip side of it too. It encourages behavior on spending on small things everywhere.
Yeah, that's such a critical point because the incentive structure for this is for you to just do consumer goods, groceries, gas, Target runs, Walmart runs, whatever. And if that's how you're going to spend your equity and you don't have the income to replace that like effectively, then it's just a giant credit card. If that's the use case for it and that's the best use case for it, just open up another credit card and, with better points and advantages like get free miles to your airlines, right? And to Jason, to your point, I think it's worthwhile to describe what a HELOC is for viewers who are unfamiliar with the HELOC is. Like we have a lot of first time viewers on this channel. So here's a 60-second clip of what a HELOC is. A HELOC is a secured revolving line of credit and it's secured by your home. That means you're using your home as collateral in order to borrow money. It functions similar to a credit card, but it's not because it's backed by your house and you get a much better rate because you have a hard asset securing that line of credit as opposed to an unsecured line like a credit card or a personal loan. The line limit is calculated by using your equity position in the home and your ability to repay. You can get a variable interest rate or a fixed rate interest rate HELOC, and there are slight differences, but generally speaking, they both have the same structure. There is a window of time where you could use that line of credit, and there's a window of time where you can no longer draw money and you're just repaying the loan. Now, the rates are tied to a benchmark. Usually it's like the prime rate, and lenders will usually attach a small percentage point on top of that, plus fees that are used to pay the teams of people, including someone like me, the originator, to get you that loan across the finish line. With the HELOC, it's a line of credit. So most people like the best use cases for it are building your wealth, using it for investments, renovations, and those things take large chunks of money at a time, right? Installment payments or down payments for something. And so if you're using a platform that's going to charge you for every large draw, yeah, like Jason said, it's very restrictive and it's discouraging you actually from using a HELOC in the best way it's supposed to be used. Jason, what is our motivation not to overspend on credit card? It's the high interest rate, right? Like you don't want to pay 28%. But when you see this another credit card with a very low interest rate of like 8, 9%, it's a lower hurdle for me to just like, okay, I'll overspend and I'll pay the minimums for a while because I'm not accruing as much interest compared to a 30% credit card.
Yeah, no, there needs to be a lot more financial education, in my opinion, that's not out there. Like in the wrong hands, it's a very dangerous product. Not even the wrong hands, with poor guidance, right? Poor advice or like the lack of education. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just you can end up making what might have been a good decision bad overnight because it's like all it takes is a couple bad swipes and you're like, oh, that was too easy. You don't feel it. Like I'm sure we all have had credit card debt and we've seen how it's like you can swipe it and you don't feel it and you're just like, holy crap, 2 months later you're like, what is this, and it's like, oh, I'll get it, I'll pay it back on when my next paycheck comes. For me, it's like every time there's some major repair, it's like you have to have a backup plan for it. It's like I want my points, I love my points, I especially love my hotel cards, by the way, but
Mhm.
but for your goals you have to know, like if you're going to put it on a card, like especially like a credit card to your home equity, you really need to pay that thing off. Yeah, and you definitely have to have a plan, not just paying it off. You need to set boundaries.
Just do a regular HELOC. Like, okay, we have a HELOC on our platform. There's a link in the description or the pinned comments, or you can use the QR code up here. But I I mean, our HELOC is very simple too in terms of the steps it takes to get through from like application all the way through funding. Like we can be as fast as 5 to 7 days, right? I mean, it's majority of it's online. There's no like physical appraisal, no physical notary that you need. So like there's products out there. And another bonus, and I just this is the craziest part to me. Like they don't have people on the other end of the phone. It's all chatbots. So like for people who have questions, if you've ever called a call center and it's just like answering machine after answering machine and press one for this and press two for that, right? Like,
Sorry, you pushed the
come on,
wrong number.
like,
I'm gonna hang up on you now. Try again later.
yeah. I mean, is that the experience you want when like 50,000 to 100,000, maybe even up to $400,000 of your
You
equity
bring a
is
very
like
good
in
point. Like
question.
it's like you take out this card and then like you can't get anybody to talk to you. You can't
Yeah.
get answers that you might have. It's like you have to read the fine print and figure it out by yourself. Like that's how we figured it out because we talked to clients that looked into this and they're like, "Did you hear about this?" And I was like, "I've heard about it and it sounds pretty cool." And then then we start unpacking it and we're like, "Whoa, this is nuts!" Like they don't advertise this part of it online. They're like, "It's always
Yeah.
cash back," but then it's like, "Oh my gosh, you draw on it. It costs this much. The initial draw costs this much." I'm like, wow, using ours is like significantly cheaper in most cases because we're not charging you per draw, right? There's
Mhm.
no fee for that.
And
It-
and there's no early prepayment penalty. So you can pay that thing off. You could pay that thing down to like $1 and then keep the line open and pay interest on that dollar.
and if we talk to like other banks, like my primary bank that I go to, yeah, it's like there's a closeout fee. Best looking interest rate is like a teaser rate for 6 months. And then it's like variable thereafter. And it just like doubles immediately.
It's like
And then yeah, dude, it's nuts. It's nuts. It's like then I see the credit union ones, and some of them are really insane. It's like every draw request has to be approved by the bank manager. Like the purpose.
Yeah,
I'm like,
what
wait,
is
you're
that?
refilling out application just to get access to your home equity line of credit? That doesn't make sense. There's just so many
Yeah,
backwards
these are not
ways.
lines of credit. These are not lines of credit then at that
It doesn't
point.
sound like it at the end of the day. It's like every lender is good at a specific time or market. There's a specialty that lender A is good at and lender Z is good at. And in up and down markets, types of products, time of year, some stuff you may never know, like internal staffing, organizational changes. Like we see a lot of that. We see behind a curtain, behind hundreds of lenders. So we know which ones are the best, which ones are consistent, which ones we can hold accountable to our levels of expectation from them because we are shopping on your behalf. Like a real broker and real brokerage, they're going to know the industry inside and out like the back of their hand. So like for us, when we recommend our product, our HELOC, or we review someone else's product, we've seen under the hood and we know what makes those items or products work.
And so that's another promise that we can make to you that we are always going to look for your best interest.
Absolutely. That's why we call ourselves a clear close.
Yeah, clear. But we close. If you enjoyed the content that you saw here, please give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with somebody that is maybe on the fence about getting one of those credit card HELOCs. Show them this video so that maybe they have a different point of view. They can make an informed decision. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching the video, and we will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to know more about DSCR loans, there's a video we did right here on top. And if you want to know more about a HELOC and the mistakes you can avoid, there's a video on the bottom.